most anticipated matchups of the entire regular season. Two national championship contenders, each ranked in the top 5. Which side can step up and deliver on this big stage? Welcome, the old horseshoe in the banks of the Olentangy, the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on last season's national champions, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Hermstreet. Kirk, let's get right to the action. Buckeyes will kick this away to get us going. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. The back's got it. Breaking tackles. Fans around the country got their eyes on this matchup, but this is going to be fun. It doesn't happen often enough in college football, an early season collision of top 5 teams.
Yeah, you love to see a test early in the year for the players and the coaches because you find out all that work you put in the summer. You think you got a good football team, and now you get a chance to go up against one of the top teams in the country. I'm just glad we're here to witness it.
That's reeled in. It's Humphreys. They stop him after a short gain. It's not a first down.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
Back to pass. It's Stockton. Looking deep to the right side. Oh, the football comes out. Looks like the defense has it for a takeaway.
That's why you do ball security drills almost every single day in practice. You just can't put the ball on the turf like that. But give credit to the defender for the hit, because that's what caused the fumble.
So not what the coach was hoping to hear. Took a chance with the timeout to get the replay. We'll see if burning that timeout is costly down the road. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Short completion to the tight end. And he shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
That completion makes it second and medium. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. He lets it go on the move. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. They tackle him after a short return, but they get the football back and set up shop near midfield.
Chris, he's trying to find something. Nothing is there. Everything is covered downfield. He's rolling to his right. Eyes are downfield. But the one thing he doesn't see is that defender who steps in front of that to make that interception.
And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. A premium here on ball security. The last drive, of course, ended in a fumble. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Tackle finally made at the 37. It'll be 1st and 10 from there.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback, then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They finally make the stop, with the offense threatening down. First down to the 27.
Chris, a really good job here by this back to be able to find that hole and pick up the yards for this first down. And, boy, Georgia's had some good backs over the years, and this young man is living up to that tradition today.
Great start for the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. On first down, they'll keep the running game churning. And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Looking to throw. It's Stockton. The sure hands. It's Frazier. They bring him down to the 16, but they move the football into the red zone. First down.
Boy, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
Georgia setting up for the 1st and 10 now. Ball handed off. Nowhere to run. A corralling for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down. The noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. Looking for 6. The pass is incomplete just across the goal line.
Well, they take a shot into the end zone on 3rd down. They come up empty, but a reasonable field goal attempt now if they want to take it.
The decision is not to go for it on 4th down. Here comes the field goal team. Oh, and he knocks it right through. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's deep coverage there. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. Looking to pass. It's Sayin. Finds his man. It's Tate. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. Makes the catch downfield. They finally get him down, but it's a chunk play through the air.
Boy, what a throw and catch again by the Ohio State Buckeye offense. You think about how Ohio State has been able to really grow over the years. Go back and think about Chris Carter back in the 80s and Joey Galloway in the 90s. And, of course, most recently with Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave, Jackson Smith and Jigba. So many great receivers, and it's been fun to watch this young man today.
Here comes 2nd and 10 from the 44 after that incompletion.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. And throwing again on 2nd and 10. And the sophomore a little bit too much air into that throw.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. And eventually, that's going to cost you.
Looking to throw yet again. And it's incomplete again. 4th down coming up.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Out there to start a new drive from the 21. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear a defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
They'll run it from the gun. Fighting off the defender. Breaks the tackle to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
So ball at the 30. This is a manageable 3rd down play for the offense. Back to pass. It's Stockton. It's a short completion to the big tight end. Tackled, but 1st down.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. Like the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this, and quarterback makes a good read. Nice 1st down.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. And now the handoff. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Well, Kirk, it's Georgia on top so far. And at the end of the 1st quarter, let's check out the stats so far. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the 2nd quarter. Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the 1st.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
They finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 28.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything seems to be working. The coordinator is calling good plays. The quarterback and the rest of his receivers and running backs are executing. And frankly, this defense is showing almost no resistance.
The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. And the wideout goes in motion. Scanning the field. It's Stockton. Defense is coming after him. He'll be wrapped up on the scramble there, settling for a short gain.
Hey, if you're not going to account for a quarterback, he's going to be smart enough to take off when the opportunity is there.
Seventh play of the drive coming up. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. That's reeled in. It's Jones. And they finally stop him down at the 5. Solid gain on that catch and run.
How many first downs is that on this drive? This defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the 3rd quarter.
Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back. Coming up, 2nd down and goal. And the quarterback dropping back. Touchdown, Bulldogs. They finish off the scoring drive. Can you say methodical? A marathon march, Kirk, just pounding away and wearing down that defense.
They just kept moving the sticks and moving the sticks until they got into the red zone, and they just kept moving the sticks until they got into the end zone. What a drive.
So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Bringing it out, it's Graham. That's strong coverage there. They tackle him at the 11-yard line. The powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. Last possession, they were forced to kick it away. Can they finally get things going this time? And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's 2nd down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
Well, you could tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
Back to throw. It's Sayan. He's running out of time here. That pass is batted away. Incomplete.
And this quarterback is a stud. I looked at him all week and thought he had a chance to light up the scoreboard. But if the defense can put that kind of pressure on him, that's how you slow him down today.
You cannot be serious. The head coach going for it. Backed up to his own end zone.
Here we go.
Receiver in motion now. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Caught behind the line. It's Tate. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the 1st down.
This coach isn't holding anything back today. Plenty of time left, and the confidence to go for it is very telling of the faith he has in his guys.
Back to throw again. Fires it to the wideout. That's caught. It's Smith. Good enough for 1st down yardage.
Boy, another great throw and catch here by the Buckeyes, and it just makes you think back how far this offense has come from the days of being known of 3 yards in a cloud of dust to now being one of the more efficient passing offenses in the country. Year after year, you go back to Cardale Jones and J.T. Barrett, all the way back to Troy Smith, and most recently with C.J. Stroud and Justin Fields. Just another great quarterback that we're watching here today for the Buckeyes.
Important second down play coming up. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Looking to pass here on second down. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide. The Buckeyes with 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. It's Sayin. Moves out of the pocket. Fires it on the move. Over the middle. It's Smith. The tackle is made, but the gain sets the offense up. 1st and goal from the 9. Offense racing down the field. It sets up a 1st and goal inside the 10. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. The receiver makes the catch. Tackled at the 6-yard line after the completion. Offense really threatening now.
Boy, tight windows is always down here. They have trust in throwing it. You just have to be smart.
Second down and goal upcoming. And he busts into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Chris, we're still early in this football game. We're in the second quarter. It's a critical touchdown to get their confidence to believe that they can come back and still win this game.
And they get set now to try the PAT. PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer. Touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. Dropping back, it's Stockton. The pocket breaking down. That one is incomplete. Took a downfield shot on 1st down, but missed it.
Well, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
At the 25, it's 2nd and 10. Can they make it a 3rd and manageable here? Taking a deep shot here to the right. And it's hauled in. Catch made way downfield.
And just like that, Chris, all of a sudden the offensive coordinator and the quarterback, they changed their approach. That's a big play. So instead of just maybe trying to get into field goal range, now they're really thinking they got a shot to maybe get the ball in the...
Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Touchdown, Georgia. That's how you finish a play.
I'll tell you what, in this first half, this quarterback seems to be making all the right reads and showing the accuracy that he's shown all year long. Outstanding pass, great conversion. They put 6 more on the board.
And the extra point was up and good.
Set to kick off.
That one sails out of the back of the end zone with the touchback. They'll run it to the left. They'll tackle him right at the 31.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Looking for a man deep on the right side. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there. But now it's third down.
The offense takes a big shot here downfield. I thought they may have a chance, but the defender makes an unbelievable play to get a hand on the ball and knock it away.
Oh, and nearly an interception by the big fella. Couldn't quite hold on to the ball. Incomplete.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here, third and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive. The best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this fourth and short.
The Buckeyes will look to convert here on fourth down. Fourth down, he's throwing for it. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Just great execution here on this fourth down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
Dropping back, it's Sayin. Nice grab. It's Jackson. He runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Well, that's exactly what you need to do as a receiver in these kind of situations near the end of the half. Get some positive yards, but also stopping the clock is just as important.
And looking to throw now on first down. Pulls it in. It's Tate. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Looking to throw it on first down. Looking deep to the right side. And it's caught inside the 10. They stop him at the 4, but it sets up this offense with a first and goal. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. One more play before they head to the locker room.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Offense looking to throw the ball. Launching one to the end zone. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, they roll the dice here, call that play, and it works out. They get points on the board. They cut into the lead. Now you got a ton of momentum going in at halftime to make some adjustments and come out feeling that you can come back and win this game.
And they'll set up now for the extra point try. PHC is good. They still trail, though. Meadows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Dogs will kick this away to get the second half going. Fielded in the end zone. It's Graham. Tackled at the 23, brought it out and tried to make a play, but good coverage that time. We're going to go with the Wildcat formation, an extra blocker. Let's see what they have in mind here. Direct snap. First play of the second half was a handoff. Defense ready for the Wildcat. Just a short gain.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Looking to throw. It's Sayin. On the move now. Looking deep to the right after all that. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. But now it's third down.
Now the defense better be aggressive here themselves. Clearly we're seeing an approach by this offense that they're going to attack downfield. Probably saw something in the first half that they could take advantage of. They come out early and try to hit it for a big one.
Tackle made, but the sophomore quarterback showing us the arm strength.
Boy, the quarterback looks so confident there with this throw. Good job up front with the offensive line protecting on a pivotal third down. And anytime you're trailing in a game, you want to be able to convert. So good job by this offense.
Makes the grab. It's Tate. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. Well, they spot a holding call. That'll back them up 10 yards, and they'll try it again. Offense hurting itself with a penalty. First down and 20. Looking for a receiver. Grab down the middle. It's Smith. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
One thing we know for sure, I don't know as a play caller, you can make that call without a quarterback who can throw it with a big arm. He put that on a rope.
Looking to chuck it again. Makes the grab. It's Smith. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Now the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Gets rid of it on the move. Catch made in space. Look out.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
To the air, it's Sayin. He escapes the pocket. And he just throws it away.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Second and 10 now from the 48 after that incompletion. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Looking for his back. Incomplete, but a late flag comes in. A lot of contact. Defense will have to bounce back after that PI sets the offense up with a fresh set of downs. Buckeyes looking to keep this drive rolling. On first down, it's play action. Short throw complete to the tight end. They bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now.
This is why running the football is so important. You run the ball and you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
The Buckeyes line up on first and 10 now. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Pulls it in. It's Jackson. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Hey, it's a gain, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
Second down after that short completion. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Moves out of the pocket. And it's incomplete. Just missed the wide receiver there.
Boy, when this guy gets out of the pocket and starts to create, you kind of hold your breath knowing what he can do. But how about the defense here? They did a good job of forcing him to throw and taking away the scramble.
And the long drive continues. The offense just grinding away here. Dropping back. It's Sayin. Short connection to the tight end here. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and inches to go.
Well, a quick short throw here, not able to convert for the first down. You'd love to see that route maybe a little bit deeper to give yourself a better chance, but they come up a little bit short. So now it's decision-making time for the coach. I'd be shocked if they didn't go for it.
He's ruled down after the catch, but it's enough for a first down.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On 4th down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. The quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. And on the carry, he's heading left. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing. Talk about quickness. That play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
Makes the catch. Can he get in? Touchdown, Buckeyes. To put them on top now.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
The extra point is good. The lead is now full, 21-17. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. First play of the drive now from the 25. Handoff here from the shotgun. It's a 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, hold him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Looking to scramble, using his legs here. He's got room to run. Scoots out of bounds after a nice pickup on that running play.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
The junior trying to take a shot, but overthrows his man.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
Time for one more play here in the quarter. To throw, it's Stockton. Off target with the throw, incomplete. Very near the end of the third quarter here. Looks like time for just one more play. Drop back here on 3rd down. On the move now. Looking deep down the left side. And it's hauled in way downfield. And they're finally able to bring him down. A big gain to wrap up the 3rd quarter. And check out how he's been spreading the football around between his targets, getting everybody involved in this game. We're set now for the 4th quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a 1st down play. Movement at the 2nd level of the defense now. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Receiver makes the grab. Brought down at the 5 after the completion. Defense getting pushed back.
Gain of 12. 1st and goal, Georgia.
It's 1st and goal. Can they punch it in and take the lead? And there's the handoff. Loose football. Defense makes the recovery a turnover.
You're trailing in a game like this in the 2nd half, an opportunity in the red zone at the very least least to get a field goal, hopefully a touchdown. The most important aspect is ball security. You got to take care of the football, and instead, they cost themselves a possession.
Using that challenge, a smart move by the head coach as the officials overturn the previous ruling on the field. No gain makes it second down and goal from the 5. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. He's got it right near the end zone. And the defense makes a saving tackle at the 2-yard line.
It's a good job by this defense rallying the football to keep him out of the end zone. Now we've got 3rd and goal. You got to roll the dice as a defensive coordinator. Maybe bring the blitz. Anything you can do to offset the timing between this quarterback and his group of receivers.
And they cut into this lead now on 3rd and goal. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Which toward the sideline finds the running back. Touchdown, Dogs. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Well, this is why they love this guy so much, is when it's crunch time, he makes plays like this. And what I love is the quarterback knows all I got to do is get the ball in his hands, and he can do the rest of the work and get it all the way to the end zone. Great play.
PAT is important to make it a 3-point lead. And the kick is good. A 3-point game now in the 4th quarter. It's all up to the defense. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Bringing it out, it's Graham. Tackled at the 13. Now wait for the position to start the drive. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking, moved right down the field for a touchdown. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Makes the catch. It's Jackson. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Hey, they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, you kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
A completion makes it 2nd down. Scanning the field. It's Sayin. That's caught. It's Graham. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a 1st down. 3rd down and inches. Who is going to win this battle in the trenches? Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Smith. Some hard running there through a tackle. 1st down, they'll keep the drive going to the 37.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
Looking to throw it again. He escapes the pocket. Throws it deep downfield to the left. Oh, he makes the catch. They make the stop after a big gain all the way to the 34.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
The Buckeyes pick up enough to get a 1st down there. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. Touchdown, Ohio State. They jump on top now here in the 4th.
Oh, I think the defense was so caught up with their eyes on the quarterback, they completely lose the running back out of the backfield. Nice job by the play caller here of getting the ball out to the running back instead of the receiver for the touchdown.
They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT up and good. The lead is 4 here in the final quarter. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. offense is back out on the field. So 1st and 10 here. Offense desperate to reach the end zone on this drive. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Bringing pressure. Hit just as he throws the ball. The pass is intercepted. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Boy, the quarterback gets drilled on this play, Chris, as he lets go of that ball before the interception. I think he was just trying to get it out. Didn't seem to have a chance to set his feet up. And what did it do? It made it a lot easier for the defender to come up with the interception.
Offense comes up on 1st down in 13 personnel. This can create some problems for a defense. Leaning on the run game here late. And he will be stuffed for no gain. Time winding down. This offense comes to the line trying to bleed out the clock.
Here we go.
Looking for some space. It's Jackson. Has a path to the end zone. Refusing to be brought down. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Well, that's why you practice right there, Chris. This offense had the pressure, the game on their back. They deliver, they get a touchdown, and now make this a 2-possession game with under 2 to go. Like their odds of closing this game out.
They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. Extra point is up and good. So the lead now is 11 here in the final quarter. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start with 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Secondary backed up off the ball now. Looking deep for late game heroics. Got a man. Catch made. Big play. Finally brought down, but that play moves the ball all the way down to the 21.
Boy, it's got to be so rewarding for an offense coordinator when your play call perfectly counters the defense's call. That's exactly what we saw right here. That play targeted the coverage's biggest weak spot, and it led to a wide open.
Touchdown, Bulldogs. Great catch when they desperately needed it.
What a score by this offense, and the greatest thing, Chris, is they still left themselves with a little bit of time, and now you're thinking onside kick if they can recover it. You never know.
They decide to go for 2 to get within a field goal. To throw, it's Stockton. He'll get in there for 2 points. Now the deficit, just a field goal. I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. Now they safely make the recovery. The onside kick doesn't work.
Well, Chris, as you know, this is one of the toughest things to do in all of football, trying to recover the onside kick. But let's give credit to the hands team there for coming down with that ball for the return unit.
Takes the handoff and tests the left side. 0 running room. Stop right at the line of scrimmage. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Offense comes up trying to grind down the clock and secure the W. Takes the handoff and he'll head left. Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop. And Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Time winding down. This offense comes to the line trying to bleed out the clock. They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. Grab behind the line. It's Jackson. They bring him down, but that is a crucial first down. They could just run out the clock in victory formation now. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards, didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
We came in expecting, Kirk, one of the best matchups of the season. In the end, number 1 goes down in a tough battle.
Well, Chris, you and I call these games a lot, and there's always such anticipation, but it's not often that they live up to the hype. You think about the last 5 to 10 years, we've called a bunch of them. This was a great one. I'm just glad we had the pleasure of covering it.
And that is going to do it. We enjoyed being here. For Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.